Hi, Ashley. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
Doing great. Remind me, where are you calling from again?
Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Stone Mountain, Georgia. Awesome. Well, hi from up in DC, and I'm super excited and looking forward to talking about Book Blaster today with you and selling more books. So cheers.
I love the plug with the cup.
Got to. I didn't have time to put on my shirt today, so I just wanted to make sure I just got the mug in there. So yeah, always a shameless plug, right? But just I guess we can use that as a segue and introduction. For those that don't know, my name is Cameron Clarkson, and I'm the founder and the CEO of BookBlaster.io, which is the #1 AI marketing tool for indie authors and publishers. So it is an absolute pleasure to be here and to answer any questions that you have, that your authors and your audience, your clients have about selling more books. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. My name is Ashley King. For those that may not know me, I am an author, but I'm also a self-publishing strategist. So I help writers become authors, and I teach people of faith how to tell their story and leverage their message to reach the people God has called them to. So I'm very excited to learn more about Book Blaster and just see how this can really help the authors that, help serve the authors that I serve. So yeah.
well, awesome, Ashley. That's awesome. Let me ask you this. What is the hardest part for you or for your clients when it comes to selling books?
Well, of course, the marketing aspect, but I think a lot of times authors don't market, period, or they tend to market after the book has already been released. So I think having authors start or really know how to begin marketing the book. So a lot of times it's one, they don't market in a timely manner. Is generally after the book has already been published. And two, it's like they don't know how to start. Besides just posting a picture of the book, go purchase my book, they don't really understand that it's not just saying buy. It's more so relationship building, teaching people or telling people how their book is going to help them solve a problem. So
Definitely. So when I first started working with authors, it was in the middle of the pandemic. And a lot of people use that time to sit down and get serious about writing that book or get serious about promoting the book that they already have. But what we found was a lot of authors really just don't even know where to start. And like you said, Ashley, a lot of times so much of the work and time and money and energy goes into the actual development of the book and the writing and the editing and all the things that take it to birth that book and bring that book to life, as you know. And promotion, marketing, and building a business around the book fall by the wayside, right? And so then, like you said, once the book is published, then authors say, okay, well, now how do I get it out there? How do I put the book in front of my target audience? How do I promote it? But like you said, the best campaigns for books begin long before the book is actually released. So do you have Book Blaster pulled open, Ashley? And I'm going to show you, let's talk about how Book Blaster makes this process easier so that authors can spend their time writing books and doing the things that they love, having the experiences that are worth writing books about in the first place. The process of selling books is tedious and time consuming, and it can be confusing, especially if you don't know where to begin. But I'll say this, Ashley, even for me and for other marketers who love marketing and love the processes that go into making something sell, it's still tedious and it's still time consuming. So Book Blaster actually started off as an internal tool for our agency so that we could help authors implement what we call the bottomless book sales strategy faster. So do you know what the bottomless book sales strategy is before I go too far?
No, I do not.
Okay, so the bottomless book sales method, it's really simple. It has 3 parts. An optimized landing page dedicated for your book. So if your book is called Bottomless Book Sales, like mine, then you should have the domain name bottomlessbooksales.com registered, which it is. So if you go to bottomlessbooksales.com, you'll see my book. Whatever the title of your book is should be registered as a domain, and that should be the domain of your landing page. Now, a landing page is a specific type of website page that only has one job. You know what that job is actually?
To sell the book.
To sell the book, exactly. It's not to sell your daughter's Girl Scout cookies. It's not to sell your T-shirts, anything else that you've got going on with your business. It's not even to book speaking engagements. It only has one job, and it's to sell your book. So you direct paid targeted traffic to that landing page. So many authors, the next question is, well, how do I get people who are actually interested in my book to come to my website? You know, the only people that see my posts are my friends and my family. You know, they don't support me. Well, chances are your friends and your family aren't your target audience. So let's start there. But number two, and what's also very important to understand, is that these social media platforms are in business. They are here to make money. And so many authors fall into the trap of thinking, oh, I'm going to post on social media because that's free, right? But there is a huge difference between posting on your personal social media and reaching your friends and family and launching a targeted campaign, actually, to reach the people who are actually interested in and looking for books just like yours. So the bottomless book sales method is simply using paid traffic, and that's what these platforms sell. And when you look at the difference between, let's say, running ads on Facebook versus running ads on Amazon, when you run ads on Amazon, you are targeting the people that are already on the platform, right? But if you're looking to build your audience, then you need to control the flow of traffic and send traffic to Amazon by way of your landing page. And it's also important that you have the ability to collect email addresses on that landing page, because the third part of the bottomless book sales method is simply email automation. And like you said in the beginning, Ashley, most sales don't happen right away. The whole objective of these campaigns is to collect eyeballs and information so that you can build relationships and nurture those relationships, build your following. And of course, in the end, you will also see a huge increase in sales because you actually have a following of people that is interested in your books. So that is the bottomless book sales method. Is a long answer to your short question.
Awesome. So did you want me to go ahead and share my screen for the...
Yeah, please. So we created Book Blaster to automate the bottomless book sales method, right? So even if you have all the tools and all the skills, it still takes a whole lot of time, money, and energy, and it's tedious to get it right. So we created Book Blaster to make the process easy and frictionless and super fast as well. So our flagship tool to help with this process is called the promo pack generator. So if you go ahead and open that up.
Okay, sometime today then.
No problem.
There we go.
And so when you log in to, or when you click on each tool within Book Blaster, all you need to do is enter a little bit of information about your book, and Book Blaster does the rest. So would you go ahead and fill out the information for your book, Ashley? From anointed to announced.
I spell my name right.
Okay. And soon, in coming versions of Book Blaster, you won't even have to type out all of this information. You'll be able to simply enter the link to your book, and all of this will automatically be generated for you. So we have a really exciting roadmap, and we have a lot of really cool things coming down the pipeline.
Yes. Let's say, all right. Does it matter the length in this particular area? Because I didn't know if it...
Great question. So the descriptions that we use for Book Blaster are AI prompts. right? So this is all about telling the AI as much information as possible in as few words as possible, so that we can generate the highest quality marketing materials that we can. So this is not where you want to copy and paste your description from Amazon. Those descriptions are written so that humans can understand them. What we want to do here is write a description that's short, punchy, and tells the AI as much information as possible, so that it can generate quality output for us. So you can also mention, who your book is written for. So you have for Christian leadership. If there's any other demographics or psychographic things that your audience that is specific to your audience, then you can enter that as well. So if it is for people who are going through a difficult time, or people who are looking to elevate to the next level in leadership, whatever it is, whatever those specific details are, that can help the AI hone in on the value that your book provides. Because actually that is really where authors struggle, is with articulating the value that their books provide to their target audience. So you want to describe your book well here, so that it can help you with that process.
Okay. So.
Awesome, I love that. And then let's add your covers on the next screen. And you really only need your front cover. The other ones are optional.
Okay. I have too many files. Let's see. What am I? There we go. And just generate my promo pack.
Yes, correct. So once that is submitted, it takes about 5 to 6 minutes to receive your AI generated results. And you'll receive an email, but you'll also be able to review those results in the dashboard. So while we wait for those results, do you have any questions for me about Book Blaster or about the bottomless book sales method that we went over?
Definitely. Since you mentioned the bottomless book sales method, one of my questions, I guess it's part two, is I see that you have the social media scheduler. So I was wondering, what platform should an author expect to be able to post from Book Blaster?
Absolutely. So we are almost ready to launch the social media scheduler. So once you generate content with Book Blaster, the next step becomes putting it in front of your target readers. And there's really two ways to do that, Ashley. One is with organic posting. But from this, it's not posting from your personal page, it's posting from a professional author page, so that you can start to build a following for your brand that way, of people who are specifically interested in your books. And the other way, the real bottomless book sales way to really scale and reach your target audience, is with running targeted paid ads. So soon you'll be able to run both of those campaign styles directly from within the Book Blaster dashboard. But the very next step that we've got coming very soon is that you'll be able to schedule your posts, and starting off with Facebook and Twitter to answer your question, and then followed by Instagram and TikTok as well. So you can schedule posts on all 4 of those platforms in one. So instead of having to log in and out of all these different platforms and figure out what content to post and scheduling it across platforms, you can schedule it, you can create the content, generate the content with AI, refine it on the platform, and also schedule it and target it all directly from within Book Blaster. So that part is all coming very soon. But to answer your question specifically, again, Facebook and Twitter to start, followed by Instagram and TikTok.
Awesome. Now, if you, I don't know, not you, but if, people that were watching, if you remember the screen, it had something like about credits. Like the hashtag generator had like 1 credit, something has 5 credits. Does that mean like a 1 use, 5 uses? What exactly are credits?
Awesome. Yeah. So when you sign up for Book Blaster right now, all memberships come with 100 renewable credits that they renew every month, and they don't roll over. But every month you get 100 fresh credits to use Book Blaster automations. And each tool within Book Blaster, so there's the promo pack generator, the hashtag generator, and the graphics generator that are live right now. And each of those costs a specific amount of credits. And as you see within the dashboard, that's the amount of credits that's deducted from your overall 100 balance. So let's say you're really loving Book Blaster and you've got a whole ton of books and you want to promote them all at once, so you need to get more credits. We do offer a la carte credits that you can purchase one time, and those credits don't expire and they will roll over with you. So if you purchase those credits separately from your regular 100 credits a month, then you can have those additional credits forever as well.
Awesome. So I did ask like my audience, just give them a little tidbit of what's going to happen, that I was going to be interviewing, like, you know, a marketer. So some of these questions may not apply, but from your expertise, what would you say makes a good book marketing campaign?
That's a great question. The number one thing that makes a campaign successful is that it drives the business forward, right? If you have a campaign that gets a whole lot of likes, a whole lot of shares, but what you're really looking for is sales, that's not a successful campaign. So the true measure of a successful campaign starts with the alignment of the business goals and the campaign objective. Okay, so the default setting, for example, on Facebook, when you go to boost a post, is optimized for engagement, which is likes, comments, and shares. But if you are looking for sales, like we're talking about, then the best optimization is actually conversion. And if you don't have, for example, your Facebook pixel set up correctly on your landing page, then you're not going to be able to track those conversions. So what does all of that mean? Ashley, are you familiar with Facebook pixels?
Yes, I took a whole course, have my website set up and everything.
Yes. So you know the pain and the hassle. It's not fun. You know, part of the reason why there's such an important opportunity here with Book Blaster is because this sucks. You know, creating marketing campaigns correctly is a real pain in the ass. And so, excuse my French, but the ability to very simply say, hey, Facebook, you know, I want to get sales and I want to reach people who are interested in my book. It's not quite as simple as that. So Book Blaster is bridging that gap so that authors can do what they do best and focus on what they love to do, which is writing great books. And then Book Blaster will help you reach the people that are interested in reading them and buying them, but also in setting up your campaign so that the objectives align with your business goals.
Okay. And just, I guess, stuff for the future. So you did have a landing page builder. So is that something like you all are hosting, or does it just kind of generate the content for it and we will find our own landing page to put the stuff on?
Great question. So both. So the first version of Book Blaster, what is on the way to your email right now, comes with the landing page copy generator. So you get copy to add to any website builder, whether you use WordPress or Squarespace or Weebly, whatever you use, you can use that landing page copy paste, edit it as needed, and use it on your website. Now, the next step and where we're going and what's coming soon is the ability to host your landing page with us, have your own domain name, and we will have several templates for you to be able to choose from so that you can host your landing page. And instead of worrying about coming up with the design and playing with website builders, all you have to do is enter the little bit of information that we need to generate the AI content for your book, and your landing page will also be generated, and you can host it with us with your custom domain name. And your Facebook pixel integration is all handled by Book Blaster as well. So all of that, and also I want to make sure I mention the email collection, right? The whole purpose of your campaigns is to buy those two things, eyeballs and information. And that information takes the form actually of emails most often. So Book Blaster will also have the ability for you to manage and collect your email list all within the platform. So we're working very hard to bring that to the front. But what's live right now and what we're going to see in your email is the landing page copies that can be used on any platform.
Okay. And I think this question may, just kind of fill in however you can. So someone asked, how can we know if the marketing content provided by Book Blaster is helping our marketing campaign, or how are we able to test the different options?
That's a really good question. So the whole purpose of advertising is testing. So if every day you feel like you're running around like a chicken with its head cut off, and kind of moving from one tactic to the next, then chances are you're missing out on the main purpose of advertising, which is testing. So that you can see when we run a campaign with short copy, it performs and we get clicks for 10 cents a click. But when we run ads with this longer copy, it cut our cost in half and we get clicks for 5 cents a click. 50 twice as many clicks is a big deal. And once you can get excited about those little details and those little differences, that's when you're really going to be able to see improvement in your advertising efforts. And advertising is what makes the biggest impact on your bottom line for any business, right? So how do you know if the impact is there? Well, you have to measure, and the best way to measure, like if you want to take it back to the science fair, is you have to isolate the variables that you're testing. So if you're trying to test 10 different variables at once, it's very hard to see what's actually moving the needle. If you want to find the best winning strategy, it takes time. Mm-hmm. It takes testing. And the way Book Blaster helps with that is, instead of you coming up with all the variations that are required to do testing, it comes up with those variations for you. And all you have to do is focus on using your human, real intelligence to take that artificial intelligence, build it into your campaigns, right? And it'll save you a ton of time as you do that process.
Awesome. Well, I believe those are all the questions, because some of them were answered in the presentation, that you mentioned. Just me, where's the future of Book Blaster? But all that you've mentioned, all that we've seen in the actual application, it's a lot. It's phenomenal. And I'm very excited to continue to use this.
Well, there is one more, two more big components of where we're going that are really exciting and I think worth mentioning, actually. The biggest struggle that authors have, more than coming up with the time, more than coming up with the variations, more than generating the mock-ups, is finding their target audience. That's what we hear over and over again is the real issue. Where are my new readers? How do I reach new readers? So we went back to the drawing board and said, okay, how can we focus Book Blaster on helping to solve this core problem that readers have? So what we came up with is the Amazon keyword optimizing tool and the Facebook audience finder. And so Facebook obviously owns, Meta owns Facebook and Instagram. So we're talking about the Facebook family of products, total Meta family of products, whatever it is. And also Google keyword optimization tools. So the biggest platforms, right? Book Blaster will help you optimize your keywords, your targetable interests, and your SEO keywords as well using Google, so that you can optimize your Amazon listings, optimize your ads, and really reach the people who are actually interested in your book. So no more trying to figure it out on your own. Book Blaster will do the hard work for you. So that is huge and coming very soon. And the last part that I wanted to mention, of course, now I'm blanking on, but it'll come back to me. But we just have so many different parts moving, and I want to make sure that everybody knows that the part that they're excited about is in the works. We've got multiple languages coming. We've got um, video trailers, AI generated video trailers coming. So many different things to look forward to. And if you join us now, what we have going on is the early adopters program. So everyone who joins Book Blast right now, we call them our early adopters, and we give a significant discount. The price continues to go up as we add features. We're dedicated to making this the #1 marketing tool for indie authors, and that takes investment. So the price will keep going up as we have on our website. But if you get in now with our early adopters program, you can secure instant access and lifetime access at a fixed price. And we also have a special discount code for your followers and users and the watchers of this video too. But before we get into that, let's make sure Book Blaster works. So do you have that email from Book Blaster?
Sure, let me pull it up here. We're able to see my screen. So
wow, love it.
Yes.
So as you can see, we have 3 different variations of your book description in both bullet point and paragraph form. Then we have the Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn ad copy. So the bold text is your ad headline, and then the ad copy is there after the ad copy. So I love these. These can be interchanged and tested with your ads. And this is going back to the question about how do you know these are working? This is where A/B testing comes into play, and you can see which of these variations performs the best. Same thing with these emails. So the first 3 email variations are to send to your list, right? As you're collecting those email addresses, you need to build those relationships, make sure people are reminded to go purchase your book. And if they've already purchased your book, ask them to leave reviews. So many authors say, how can I get more reviews for my book? Well, if you don't have your email list and you're not reaching out to them, chances are you're not going to be able to do the most obvious solution of getting more reviews, which is just asking for them. So these emails templates help you do that. Beneath that is emails for stores and shops. A lot of authors want to know, how do I get my book into a local gift shop, a local partnership, airport, whatever it is. These email templates are designed so that you can reach out to managers, store owners, people that are decision makers that can help put your book on the shelves. Let's see. Beneath that is emails for schools. A lot of our authors want to get more speaking engagements at schools, get their books into school libraries, or just build relationships with schools in their community or around the country and world. So these emails are designed for you to initiate those conversations and sell your books to schools or school systems. Beneath that, we have emails for the press. And again, a lot of authors want to know, well, how do I let people know in the press that I just published a book? And it's as simple as reaching out to them. But with that reaching out comes, well, how do I find the words to say? What is the information that they're looking for? And Book Blaster has given us 3 different variations for us to use and test and reach out to the local press. Local, national, global, whoever you want to reach out to, bloggers. So I think let's stop here for a second. So the landing page copies didn't generate on this. With the promo pack generator, sometimes since it's so much copy, it doesn't have a variation. It doesn't find a variation right away. So if it doesn't find a variation in 15 seconds, it just moves on to the next component. And that's completely fine. You just have to run the automation again, and so you can get those results. But beneath that is one of our most important assets for our authors, and that's the problem, agitate, and solution framework. Actually, every book solves a problem. And I think we started off mentioning that, but it's important. It's extremely important for authors. If you want to sell more books, you have to begin to empathize and understand the problem that your book solves for your readers. And the problem, agitate, solution framework helps to really hone in and empathize on what brings value to your reader's life. So if we check out that first one, how does that sound for your book? Is that pretty accurate?
Um, Now I would probably switch out the variation problem with maybe variation 2, but yes, like I would work around, but I love the fact that it gives you options to choose from.
Exactly, exactly. So you just saved a ton of time, and all you had to do was swap those different variations. And like you said, yes, that's why we give you the different variations, because sometimes the problem from variation 1 is stronger, and the agitate from variation 2. But when you put those together, that's how you find the best variation.
Mhm.
So artificial intelligence, where we're at in this big world of AI is really good at guessing variations, but what it's not good at is discernment and human emotions. So we still have to use our real intelligence to take what the artificial intelligence gives us and run that last 5% of the marathon. So I think it's important to understand that, but you already did a great job doing that just by reading through. And then beneath that is the book mock-up. So as you know, Ashley, the book cover book covers do sell books. People do buy the book cover, but displaying just the cover as a flat image isn't good enough, and it's not the best way to do it. The 3D mock-ups let people know right away that they're buying a book. So Book Blaster helps you generate your mock-ups all at once. So instead of paying $80 for someone on Fiverr to generate 3 graphics and going back and forth with them, you can generate all of your mock-ups that you need all at once using Book Blaster. So that's what comes in the promo pack. So as you can see, you have really everything you need to get started with selling your books, whether you're interested in running ads, whether you're interested in sending out emails and getting your book into stores, or whether you're interested in partnering with schools. There's something for everybody, and we're building on top of each of these components, so it'll be easier for you to reach out to those schools, easier for you to make partnerships with local businesses. But that is the vision and the purpose of Book Blaster, to make the business of selling books accessible for every author, so that authors can do what we love to do, which is just create awesome books.
Yes, I'm loving it. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Well, do you have any questions for me, Ashley, after that, or any comments?
No, I'm definitely excited for this. Now for, I guess, for that particular area that didn't generate as far as like the landing page or website
Yeah.
copy, is there like a place where we can go back and get that, or is that an indicator that maybe I should have made my description shorter, define it more? Like, how would we be able to correct that?
No, it's really just a process of, you just run the AI workflow again, and
Okay.
it's AI isn't perfect, and I think I'll fall on the sword and say it, but it's important to approach Book Blaster as a tool and not a miracle maker.
Yeah.
So the tool can help you build the house, but you have to still have a firm foundation to build on. And that foundation is your understanding of what you're here to do. So I hope that has been helpful, and I can't wait to keep sharing all of the updates that we have coming from Book Blaster with you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time and, going through this demo with me so that the audience would know how it's done. And I am glad that you're offering that discount with my audience. I'm super excited to be able to share that. And of course, if you're my email list, you're going to get it first. And then where this video is posted, definitely I'll be excited to share that information with you as well.
Awesome. Well, Ashley, have a great day down in Georgia, and I will see you next time.
All right. Well, take care.
Cheers.